Hi, it's Mrs. Mafucci, and I'm going to do the reaction between calcium and water as a demonstration for those of you who were not here to actually do the lab. In the first step, we have to put in exactly 50 milliliters into a graduated cylinder and measure its temperature. And so I just put some tap water in here, filled it up to the 50 milliliter mark, and it's reading a temperature of 18.6 degrees. In the next step, I have to take a 150 milliliter beaker and put it on a balance. Now, the thing that I'm going to do with the balance, and you can see right here, is that it has a mass, but it says to zero it. So I'm going to press the 0 button, okay? And now it's going to read a mass of 0. In the next step, we want to add some calcium. So here's what the calcium looks like. This is not the calcium that you take as a vitamin because calcium reacts violently with water. So you're actually taking some sort of salt of calcium, maybe some calcium chloride. So now we're going to add 2 pieces to it. And we have a mass of 0.97 grams of calcium. So now it says to take it off the balance, and we're going to let it react right here. Okay, and I'm closing up the calcium because it's so reactive. And now I'm going to put the thermometer into the beaker, and it still said 18.6, and now I'm going to add the water to it. And let's observe the reaction. You can see the bubbling starting to occur. And the temperature starting to go up. And we're going to actually read the highest temperature it gets to. You can see the hydrogen gas starting to come off. And this is measuring a temperature of 42.5 degrees Celsius. And that's wrong. It says 46.5 degrees Celsius. Sorry. Okay, so now let's look at our next step. In our next step, we have to measure the mass of a piece of filter paper. So I'm going to take this, put it on the counter while I find the mass of the filter paper. And here we go. And the mass of the filter paper is 1.57 grams. 1.58. It doesn't matter if you put 1.57, 1.58. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it, and we're going to make a little cone. And here's my cone. And now we're going to wet it. We're going to stick it in the funnel right here. And now we're going to filter out the insoluble calcium hydroxide. And you can see that when the filtrate comes out, it's clear, leaving the solid calcium hydroxide behind on the filter paper. We're going to let this filter overnight and let the filter paper and calcium hydroxide dry, and then we'll see what the mass is.